The Pacific theatre of World War II presented a landscape of unimaginable brutality. Islands, once tranquil paradises, transformed into hellish battlegrounds where American Marines faced a determined and entrenched enemy. The Japanese Imperial Army, masters of defensive warfare, burrowed deep into volcanic rock and coral, creating vast networks of caves, tunnels, and pillboxes. These formidable fortifications turned every island into an impregnable fortress, seemingly defying conventional assault. Traditional artillery and infantry charges often proved futile against these hidden strongholds. Rifle fire bounced off hardened rock, grenades were swallowed by cavernous entrances, and even heavy naval bombardments struggled to dislodge an enemy deeply embedded within the earth. Each cave entrance became a deadly killing zone, spitting out relentless fire, inflicting devastating casualties on advancing Marines. A new kind of weapon was desperately needed, something that could reach into the darkness and flush out the enemy. The answer, born of necessity and desperation, was a weapon that evoked primeval fear and unparalleled destructive power: fire. While portable flamethrowers had their place, their limited range and fuel capacity made them impractical for sustained assaults on heavily fortified cave systems. What was required was a much larger, more protected and more potent delivery system. Engineers and ordnance experts began experimenting. The robust M4 Sherman tank, the backbone of American armored forces, was chosen as the ideal platform. Its existing chassis offered protection, mobility, and the structural integrity to house a formidable new weapon. The radical idea was to remove the main gun, the 75mm or 76mm cannon, and replace it with a massive high-pressure flamethrower system. Thus was born the Zippo tank, an unofficial but enduring nickname that quickly stuck. Like the famous Zippo lighter, these tanks brought forth an instant, controlled and intense flame. These were not mere modifications, they were complete transformations, turning the reliable Sherman into a mechanized dragon, breathing fire onto the battlefield. Different variants emerged, such as the M4A3R3 Zippo, housing a full-blown flame projector in its turret. When these fire-breathing beasts rolled onto the beaches, their impact was immediate and profound. For the Japanese defenders ensconced in their seemingly impenetrable caves, the sight of a Zippo tank was a terrifying harbinger of doom. The massive streams of jellied gasoline, often reaching distances of over 100 yards, would ignite everything in their path. The intense heat would superheat the air, consume oxygen, and often detonated ammunition caches deep within the cave systems, collapsing tunnels and suffocating those who sought refuge within. The Zippo tanks became the ultimate solution for clearing the labyrinthine Japanese caves. On islands like Iwo Jima and Okinawa, where the terrain was riddled with thousands of these defensive positions, the flamethrower tanks were indispensable. They would methodically advance, drenching cave mouths and pillboxes with their fiery torrents, forcing entrenched soldiers out into the open, where they could be dealt with by accompanying infantry, or simply incinerating them within their hiding places. Yet, operating a Zippo tank was far from a safe assignment. Their distinctive silhouette and the bright plumes of fire made them prime targets for enemy anti-tank weapons. The flamethrower fuel, while safely stored, represented a potential hazard. Crews faced the constant threat of ambush, often operating at close quarters where their massive flame projectors were most effective, but also most vulnerable. Despite the inherent dangers and the sheer brutality of their task, the Zippo tanks played a critical role in minimizing American casualties and accelerating the arduous island-hopping campaign. They broke the back of Japanese cave defenses, shattering morale and destroying the enemy's most resilient strongholds. The Zippo tank stands as a testament to military innovation born from the crucible of war. It was a terrifying yet necessary instrument of battle, a mechanized dragon that helped the American Marines conquer the most formidable defenses of the Pacific. Its legacy is etched into the harsh landscapes of those distant islands, a symbol of the desperate measures taken to secure victory and save lives in one of history's most savage conflicts.